All right, Mark the Stampede here. I am back to continue looking at the tier list here. So, the first official tier list from Alt Ranks, based on Smash GG, from top players, I think throughout the world. So, I reacted to S and A tiers before. I'm trying to make this one a little more exciting, though it's a little bit hard. Um, Zoom in here. So I'm trying to go through the B, C, and D tier. Hopefully I have time to try, but not make this video super long. We'll see how fast I can go through this. And I'm gonna sort of talk about break it into three different things: whether or not I think what the character's competitive rank is, what I think what their online rank should be, what tier they should be in terms of just online play, and what tier I think in terms of just casual play, casual like friendlies with your friends. And to kind of break that in a little more, like, yes, okay, I have played Smash. I have played Smash competitively. I'm not great at it. I went to SmashCon twice. I've been to locals. I've won locals. I've played in nearly every Smash Online Ultimate Open, North American Online Open. Played some other online tournaments. Not didn't do good in anything. I'm not gonna say that, but I have experience. So, and in terms of if you're like most people in that are watching this, like no one watches videos in the top 100 players in the United States or Japan or Mexico or any other nation. So, I'm talking about competitive in terms of you're gonna go and play in pools at a regional or a major, or you're gonna go to a local. So I'm not worried. Like you're not going to be facing MKLeo. Is what I'm saying. This in terms from competitive tier. Where would you put the character in terms of online? Just in terms of like Omega tournaments, other online tournament, the actual the online quick play, all that wrapped into one basically. And like I said, I have won over 1,000 games of online Smash Ultimate online quick play. So I'm not good at the game because I'm not an elite Smash, but I know what I'm talking about. And then in terms of just friendlies, just if you're just playing with no items, no stage effects with your friends, sort of not free for all. I'm talking about one on one. You're playing tournament rules with your friends, basically. All right, and let's see if there's any things that we really disagree with in terms of competitive in B, C, or D. All right, so let's go real quickly. Not real quickly. So I'm going to try to go more quickly than last time. It took forever. All right, first up in upper mid tier B plus is Captain Falcon. That's pretty good. Okay. Great combos, great kill power, bad recovery. Even though he has a bad recovery, his edge guarding is pretty good. I think this is pretty. That seems pretty great in terms of competitive play for Captain Falcon. That makes sense to me. Top of the B tier, not quite A minus tier, but very definitely top of the B tier. If you put your time into Captain Falcon, you can be really good. First of all, online, I would put him lower, like low B minus or C tier. It is annoying to play against a Captain Falcon, but they're always so predictable online. It really seems like it's really easy to know what the Captain Falcon's going to do online, and they can cheese you more online in terms of your recovery, but their recovery is so bad. And for just like friendlies, for like friendly competition, way down there. I wouldn't say all the way down D, maybe but like C minus is. It's kind of a harder character to pick up because of his bad recovery. All right, Ness. I don't know if I would put Ness in a B plus, though. I guess this is past the top 30 at this point, right? I guess that makes sense. Ness has been my main in every Smash Brothers until Ultimate. Ness was always my main character. And I wasn't sure about that, but when I was like trying to figure out my main for Ultimate, I went back to all the old ones. Ness was definitely the most played character. His recovery is he actually has good range on his recovery, but it's very exploitable, and he's so light. He dies very quickly. He has good combos. He's so floaty. He has good combos. He's got decent projectiles, and he's really annoying to play against. Right. But I think B plus is right where I put him for competitive. For online, like S tier, he's so annoying to play online. He's one of the characters I like to play online, but it's like the PK fire and like you can't really get a PK flash online because that takes too long to set up. But like the PK Thunder PK Thunder doesn't work as well. It's not as precise, but it still works. But the PK Fire is like way overpowered from online. It's just hard. It's way hard to react to. So yeah, like an S tier in terms of online. And then for friendly, I would probably like B minus. When you're playing other people that are not really playing, that are still learning it, like you can get away with a lot in terms of the yo-yo and the bat, and just like kind of doing just chaining people with PK Thunders. And it's like something you couldn't do in like even the most basic competitive play. No one's gonna let you PK Thunder them off the stage, from the bottom of the stage to the top of the stage. But you can do that to your friends or like your little brother when you're playing online. When you're playing just one on one when it's just you and someone else who's not as good as you or around the same skill set as you. So yeah, B minus. Falco. Falco is, in terms of, this is hard. I don't know why if you want to play Falco, why you wouldn't just play Wolf or Fox. He's lighter than Fox, or I mean he's faster. He's faster, right? Okay, so I have tried out almost every character in this game. Falco is one of the ones that's on my list still. So I'm not as much, but I would probably still go with Fox or Wolf. I think Wolf's kill power is better. Fox's combos are better. I don't know what Falco has other than some better aerials than the other two. It seems like a lot more work to put into Falco, but I still think this is B plus. These all seem pretty decent. B plus works for Falco because it's good. He still has the combo game. He has the skills of speed. He still has really great recovery. And pretty decent combos. In terms of online, I don't know what it is about. I really struggle with playing Falco online. I don't know why. I don't think it's easier to play a Falco online, but I feel like it's a lot harder to play against the Falco. A plus for Falco online. Like for just newbies, C. It's kind of with Wolf, with all of the spacies. It's going to take a while for you to get to the recoveries down. I think Fox is the easiest though, easiest to learn. I mean, I know that Falco is like a clone of Fox, but I think overall Fox is just an easier character than Falco. Okay. Corrin. Corrin is too high for competitive. Corrin is a very slow character. I know that their specials have really good priority, but they take a long time to set up. Even though their counter is really great, but all that stuff takes time to set up. and they don't have their specials are slow to come out, have a longer cooldown, and they don't have any sort of speed to make up for that. I would put for competitive play. I would put Corrin higher than C. For online, I would put Corrin in B. All their specials work better online. Stupid dragon gun and the stupid all their stupid like this, and then the counter is harder to hit online, but the side B and the neutral B are terrors online. And Corrin has a pretty decent recovery all around. So and I think the Nairs have a decent combos, but not great. So online B. For competitive, I would like lower C tier, not great. Like I said, slow, hard. Everything kind of feels kind of slow with Corrin. I would definitely put C tier, and when you hit somebody, it's gonna feel great. When you hit someone with that counter, or you hit somebody with a side B, but it's not. It's too hard, I think, for a newer player. All right, Chrom. I think B. I would say like B minus for competitive. Chrom has good weight. He has pretty decent. He's got that nair, which is just pretty much his entire offense and all of his spacing. But in competitive play, the recovery is so exploitable. Not gonna do well. I would, but though he does online, probably still be B plus. I mean, recovery is still exploitable, not as much. It's easier. I think it's easier for Chroms to recover online, and they still have the good kill power, and the Nair still works. So B plus still. Hero. This is so weird. This Hero is one of those characters seems almost impossible to rate, because down B is amazing, but it has a magic meter. You have to set it up. And I've fought against heroes that are able to use the limited tools of the aerials and tilts and even just smash attacks and get the space for his specials. I think he has the best specials in the game. If you just think about all this, like just how many different things you can do with down B. Like I can't think of anything now, but like Kazap. Even Clang when we turn to steel is good sometimes. There's so many good things you can do with his specials, but just setting them up. His normal moves don't have very much range. All the specials have amazing range. They're like the entire stage, but his normals don't have much range. So I don't know. But if somebody's good enough with Hero, it doesn't really matter. So I guess I would leave him B plus. Like maybe he's kind of wavering on the B plus, B minus tier here. Online, listen, I just don't know where to rate it. It just depends. Like if you know how to use Hero, like A. If you're learning Hero or you're playing somebody that's trying to do the same thing over and over again, that's like a C minus. So I guess let's just leave him in B plus, because he's not really hurt or helped by online in any way. It feels pretty much the same. Maybe it makes it a little bit easier for him to it feels like maybe it's a little bit easier online for him to edge guard you, and maybe it's a little bit easier for you to edge guard him. But other than that, it seems the same. Bayonetta. Bayonetta is, oh man, Bayonetta is one of those characters I hate playing as and I hate playing against. So she definitely has the speed. She definitely has the aerial. She definitely has the combo potential and combos. She has whatever projectiles. Her smash attacks look so great. And she has a great dash attack, and she has decent. She has good specials. I don't think I would put her this high, but I would still keep her in B plus. Yeah, I think this all seems pretty right for competitive for the B tier. In terms of online, I put it much lower, like C, and she'd be in the C tier. It's just online. It's hard to get the kill. You mean you can still technically do the Bayonetta her Smash 4 thing when you like do the combo ladder all the way up and kill somebody, but it's really hard to get that to connect online. It's really much easier for someone to get out of it online. A lot of her well, making Bayonetta work as a character relies on connecting combos and hitting smash attacks right, and it's just like she had the thing that's so annoying about for me when I play as Bayonetta is like her smash attacks looks like they have such a large range, but it's actually not that big. I always feel like the people are just out of range of my smash attacks as Bayonetta. So I don't think she works well online compared to competitively, and I think like for talking about like newbies, probably like an A minus. It's really easy to combo with her. She has really great recovery, though I get you'll probably kill yourself a couple times trying to learn her recovery. She has, and those smash attacks are pretty quick for how powerful they are. So I think for a newer player, and we're just messing around with your friends, I think she's like an A. All right, Inkling, B plus. See, I mean, I guess the thing with all these B plus players, I think of like this is like the Daniel Bryan Kofi thing. Anyway, I can't see them being higher than anybody in the upper tier, the tiers above, but I also don't see anyone being higher. I don't really see any of these other characters down here being better, like above them. So I guess all these B, especially these B plus ones, make sense. All right, so Inkling, really good projectiles, really good edge guarding, really good recovery, good speed, good combos. The big knock on the Inklings is getting the kills. There's two, like you can get the two main kills. You get the up throw, the booyah, the up throw to the up air, but like that doesn't even kill all the characters, and only at certain percents at the top on the middle platform, or the berry to the smash attack, or the paint roller berry to the side to the smash attack. But that's like it's so obvious. I think for competitive, I would put Inkling lower. Just the way like all of their kills are very telegraphed, and in competitive play, you're not gonna get away with those kills very often. It's like B minus, just above C plus. Online even lower, like definitely in the C tier. It's just when you're playing online, sometimes it seems like it's easier for people to live longer. The speed is helpful, but I mean getting the timing on the up air, the booyah is harder. The berry, I mean the berry kind of goes. It's like it's harder for someone to react to it, but it's also harder for you to get your confirm off of it. So I don't feel like Inkling's very strong online at all. Okay, last person B plus tier, Luigi. Luigi is all right. We're already at 20 minutes. We're still talking about B tier, so maybe we'll just see. All right, we'll see how far we go. We have to do C and D tier. Anyway, let's keep going. All right, Luigi, good, or mediocre to good, mediocre to in terms of projectiles. Good combos. Not, I mean, okay, kind of May recovery. Not, I mean, he doesn't have as many tools as Wario or Mario. He's very predictable, right? But he does have potential. He has potential to to take you to zero to death you, right? He has potential to just frustrate you, just edge guard you till you never get back. So he has a lot of potential, but it's much easier to play around what you know Luigi's gonna do than a Mario or Wario. So bottom of B plus tier makes sense to me. For online, I might put him in A. There's just something about the Mario combos of both Mario and Luigi that are hard to escape online. I don't know. Maybe it's just the input delay but you get stuck in. You know that they're fishing for them, but if you get caught on them, it's just way harder to get out of them online. So I would put him in A minus. For a newer player like a C, his recovery, they're technically, I think you can do like side B to up B to air dodge to get to. I think you can technically do all three of those, chain all three of those in a row, so you get a very long recovery. But his recovery can be more. I mean, wait, is it what? It's side B to up B to air dodge. I believe you can do. So that's pretty decent. But I mean, it's very linear. Recovery is very linear. It's hard to learn how to do that when you're first learning Smash. And you're not going to be doing the zero to death combos. You might be doing a couple, like up throw combos and maybe some down air to like some down air loops or whatever. But you're not going to be looking awesome. So like a C for Luigi for newbies. Okay, going to the next one. Going to B minus now. Rosalina and Luma. Just looking at I don't know would we put Rosalina and Luma at the top of. I would probably put Bowser ahead for competitive. Yeah. I just don't know. There's a lot of Rosalina and Luma, another one of my favorite characters to play as. Not easy to play as. She's very tall, easy to hit. She's a heavyweight technically, but she can live pretty long, but not as long as you'd like for how tall she is. Her recovery is good, but there's not much. I mean, it has good range, but there's not much in terms of you can't angle it too much. And she's just kind of slow overall. None of her moves are other than like Nair and Bear are particularly fast. I mean, Starbits. It's in terms of competitive, because if someone's playing as Rosalina Luma, and they're gonna know how to do lunar landings and the Nair loops and the bear walls and the Luma desyncs. So probably B minus makes sense because if you spend any time just trying to figure out how to do all that crap, you're gonna be pretty. I mean, Luma and Rosalina and Luma can really do a lot in terms of just like making sure like you can't even play the game. if the person playing Rosalina and Luma are on at the time, and they can just space you out with Luma, and every time you come in, attack with Rosalina. They can get you trapped. Could feel frustrating, but it is a lot of work to know how to do all that. But so I guess it makes sense that B minus. Online, I would put her at a C. It's harder to get all that crap. You have to like lunar landings, lunar Luma desyncs. It's harder. Like there's there's a preciseness to it. Like moving around, like moving between platforms. You actually, it's like Rosalina is one of the one characters you actually do have to air dodge, or what do you call it? When you air dodge into the ground, that thing that everyone loves in Melee. Anyway, like a C. It's hard. It's much harder to get all the tech, Rosalina and Luma specific tech down, because very precise though. The charged Luma shot actually works. You're never gonna get that competitively, but it works a lot, and it works way more than you think it should online. For just friendlies, new players, D. So much work. It's not like it's a real puppet character. It's really hard to play at, really hard to learn and play as. Definitely not something you want to try to learn when you're new and when you just hang. It's something you want to try to do all the thinking of for trying to do when you're just trying to have fun with your friends. So D. Toon Link. Toon Link is pretty much a clone of Young Link, but a little bit faster, lighter. There are some small differences, I think, between his bombs and Young Link's bombs. I believe, I don't remember, it's been a while since I played as any of the Links, but I believe they have I think the Toon Link and Young Link still have similar combos. So his projectiles are really good. His recovery is pretty decent. But he's light. He dies pretty early. It's really hard to it's hard enough to get a kill with Young Link. It's even harder to get a kill with Toon Link. I would put him low B minus for competitive, if that. Maybe top of C plus. Online, he's not really hurt online. His projectiles work a little bit better. He'd probably just be in B plus online. For messing around with your friends, like low C minus, you're gonna be frustrated trying to get a kill. You're just gonna be like, why I've hit you 1,000 times and you're still not dying. You hit me once with a smash attack and I'm dead. Yes, low C minus for friendlies. Bowser. In terms of competitive, I think B minus makes sense. He has. He's really strong. He has tough guy armor on some of his moves, so he's gonna do them even if you hit him. His recovery is okay. It's not great, but he lives for a long time. Anytime you're in the air, you could get killed by him. Anytime you land near him, you get killed by him. So I guess the reason why I probably would put him in the B plus tier, except for almost everything he does has a pretty long cooldown. Even the stuff that comes out fast has a pretty long cooldown. For online, I would put him in A. He's hard to play online. Even though the cooldowns aren't as bad. I mean, the cooldowns still exist online, but like it's harder to react when you see Bowser just like clearly doing an up B to kill you with the flying fortress and you're just dead. It's like I've seen it coming so many times and still been grabbed by it and died. And then also even just like his smash attacks, down Bs, like people just spam down B online, which wouldn't work normally because it's such a long cooldown, you get punished for it. But because he's so big and it just works better online. So probably, yeah, definitely at least an A for online. And for just friendlies, probably A minus, B plus. Here, I mean, just hanging out with your friends, people aren't gonna be trying to punish the cooldown of your moves. And he's got so many moves that can just kill you, like not I mean, even like tilt attacks will kill you. So definitely great. And if you're gonna play as a heavy, if you're hanging with your friends, play as Bowser. Or if online, play as Bowser. Competitively, maybe not, but online or with your friends, play as Bowser. It's gonna be easier for you. All right, Meta Knight. This is another character that I don't know if I've been meaning to try, but I don't think I've tried yet. A lot of good aerial movement, good recovery, really great edge guarding, pretty decent combos, but kind of hard to get them down. Ground speed seems pretty. Aerial speed's decent. I feel like I don't have the stats in front of me. But I seem to remember his ground speed being bad though. So kind of having every time you see a Meta Knight, they seem like they're trying to stay in the air as much as possible. I would probably put him at a C plus, B minus. It's just not a lot. I mean, you watch competitive Meta Knights, and they're just trying to get the kill. They're trying to get the kills off stage. They're trying to get you up in the air, and trying to punish you with their ladder combos of the tornadoes. It's just, or they're trying to get you off the stage and trying to prevent you. There's not a lot of like on stage setups or on stage bread and butter. It seems like everything's in the air with Meta Knight. So. That's hard to keep up consistently. In terms of online, I really have no idea. There's not that many. There's very few Meta Knights online. I guess like a C plus. You almost never see them. And then for just casual friendlies between your friends, like a C minus. It's like I said, you can't feel like you can't really kill while you're on the ground, and if you're just learning, you're gonna constantly die trying to do all of his jumps and stuff. So no, I would not recommended. Okay, Pit / Dark Pit. Pit, I mean, this is one of those characters that everyone says just like they have everything, they have nothing. Like they don't have any huge weakness. They don't have any huge strength. They have okay range on most of their attacks, okay power most of their attacks. They have a really good recovery. They have a okay counter / reflector. They have okay projectiles, not great. I'd probably put B minus. It's just everything is whatever. Everything's okay. But nothing is bad though. It's not like they have a clear issue, and they're kind of short for the power that they have. Online, like A plus S for it's just really hard to fight a Pit online. Their projectiles work better online. Somehow their counters work, or reflectors will actually work when it seems like the counters won't work as well in person. So I don't know. I think they level up online. And probably like a B from just friendly. It's just like, yeah, there's nothing wrong with them, but are you gonna have fun just playing as Pit? No, because it's not Brawl Pit. Brawl Pit was awesome. Brawl Pit was so much fun to play as. This Pit is like whatever. Who cares? Regular Link, adult Link. It's just called Link. So he is obviously heavier than the other two Links. He still has good projectiles, though. His bombs, his downbeat bombs are remote bombs, they're not timed bombs, so you actually have to throw them and then manually detonate them. I his recovery is good. I think I don't know. I haven't played as I played as all Links like Links when they first came out, and it feels like Young Link's recovery is the easiest to pull off. But anyway, you get some and his dare when you're getting hit up is works better because he's heavier. But like B minus makes sense. Yeah, like at lower part of B minus for adult Link. His combos aren't as good as Young Link's. He doesn't have the speed of either of the other Links. His projectiles aren't as good either. I think his edge guarding is better because of the remote bombs, because you can detonate them not at any time, but you can control them better. So it's a lot easier to edge guard with Link than the other Links. Probably B in terms of more casual playing, just because he's been around for a long time. People know his moveset, so it makes sense. So not, I mean, his moveset hasn't changed that much even from his first appearance, and he was the first one, right? I don't know. I mean, oh man, have I streamed? I think I've streamed. Maybe I haven't streamed N64, but Smash 64 was the first one I played, obviously. And it was the first one I competed at SmashCon in too. But anyway, not that it matters. I think Link is no one would play Lincoln. I think he was in it, but whatever. He was in it, but he sucked. But anyway, yeah, like B minus for playing with your friends, because your projectiles will you can get all your projectiles out. The remote bomb is fun to mess around with. You're not going to be punished for your down air as much when you're just hanging with your friends. So, and you can spam up B over and over again. So anyway. Okay, Marth at B minus. Marth is just the same as Lucina, but he has a tipper. For competitive, I'd put him at A minus. I feel like he gets downgraded a lot just because he's because I think Lucina is technically a clone of Marth, right, or whatever in terms of movesets. And I think that Lucina is definitely easier to use. Good Marths are better or harder to play against. So a good Marth is harder to play against than I guess it depends on, I mean, like I said, a good Marth can punish you, has more ways to punish you because they don't know how to use it, where to hit you with their tipper. So, I think that for competitive, I would put him in A minus, though it is harder to learn Marth. So, even people that are really good at sorties is kind of just go to Lucina because it's much easier. But not much difference, so I wouldn't put him too much lower than Lucina. In terms of online, I'd put him like B minus, C plus. Tipper doesn't work nearly as well online. And yeah, I mean, you really should just play Lucina if you're gonna play online. And then in terms of like, same thing with like friendlies, just for filthy casual, I guess we'll call it, like C plus. Like you're not gonna know how to do it. Just play Lucina, man. All right, Pichu. All right, so Pichu, when the game first came out, everyone thought was overpowered. It was that was the number one character in the game. I think. All right, so super fast, really great power for what the size, like this, the power is amazing. Good, really great combos, good edge guarding, good recovery. The size is the issue, right? The size and the weight. You see like people say, oh man, like Ganondorf is like loses so bad, like Ganondorf and other big heavies lose so bad to Pichu because because they're so fast. But Ganondorf is one giant tilt attack, and Pichu's dead. So whatever. So, and all that self-inflicting damage for every time you use a special electric special. C plus is what I'd say. In terms of online, it's harder to say. Probably B plus for online. All of the electric moves are harder to stop online, so B plus. In terms of your filthy casual, where you're just playing with your friends who are also bad at Smash, like, I don't know. There's something so much fun about destroying somebody with Pichu, but the self-inflicting damage is really, really, really hurts it. So, like C plus. All right, Ice Climbers. B minus. No way. This is only this high because of Big D, and Big D is just an amazing player and an amazing Ice Climbers player, but way too high. So, the Ice Climbers, it's like their specials are good, but they're predictable and have little range. Their ranges aren't great. Smash attacks aren't good. Recovery is whatever. And not that they die soon, but you can't. And then you can't really. And like you're only controlling one of them. So yeah, for competitive, I put it definitely in a C. For online, also put it in a C. The specials work a little bit better online, but the range isn't better. So it's so online, put it in a C, but higher in the C than for competitive. And for playing with your friends, like a D. Like it's like such a hard character to pick up. You gotta learn all the desyncs. Even just learning how to recover, how to play as solo, solo Popo. Yeah, not fun. So definitely put. All right, so that's it. And so we finally finished the B tier. I think the thing that surprises me is the fact that Corrin is so high. I think it's only because MKLeo was playing as Corrin for a while, and I feel like all of these belong. If I'm talking about competitive, but Corrin, maybe Pichu, and Ice Climber should be lower on the list here. I don't think anybody gets high. I don't think I see any reason to put anybody higher, and I don't think anyone should be an A here. Doesn't make any sense for me to put anybody in this B tier. I don't know why you put any of them in A. Is what I'm saying. Definitely not an S. I guess you could. I mean, unless you're so nice at Marth or Rosalina, but you'd have to be so good that anyway. Or Falco, technically. Alright, let's see if we can knock out C. Alright. Wii Fit Trainer. Alright, really good projectiles. Just really can keep the distance. Okay, smashes and aerials. Really good recovery. Really good edge guarding. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could see. I would see a Wii Fit Trainer should be in a B in terms of competitive. They have a lot of tools. And in terms of online, also in B. Just that's a really annoying character to play online. All the stupid specials work great online. In terms of like hanging out with your friends, I would keep it in C. It is. It's harder. It's hard to learn all that stuff. It's hard to learn like the deep breathing. It's hard. The whole loop, all that crap. That once you learn all that, If you're going to be playing as a Wii Fit trainer, I mean, you're going to learn all that and do well, but when you're learning, it's kind of hard to figure out. So, C plus or C minus. No, C plus is good. All right, Lucas. Yeah, this is hard. Lucas is, would you put Lucas a whole tier below Ness necessarily for competitive? I don't know if I would. Yes, he's not as combo heavy, but he has Ness's recovery, but it's better because he has tether. He has Ness's edge guarding, but I might call PK Freeze better for edge guarding than PK Flash. I mean, I think the differences between Lucas and Ness is for Ness you're trying to get the combos. For Lucas, you're trying to get the stray hits. You're trying to get a stray hit to get a kill, and and you have a little bit better. You have a better chance of hitting the stray hit with Lucas than with Ness, getting a kill. I don't think I would put him all. I think I would put him just not a whole tier, but like B minus in terms of competitive. He's got pretty much the same kit as Ness, the same weaknesses, though I feel like he's not as weak in terms of recovery. So, I would put him just B minus. And online, at Ness's S tier, Lucas A tier. Another character that gets levels up online. For chilling with your friends, just the same as Ness, B plus. Looks completely perfect, right there. It's gonna be hard to learn his recovery at first, but you'll be PK freezing everybody all the time anyway, then hitting with your stick. So who cares? All right, Jigglypuff. Yet another character that I find so annoying to play as and against. Definitely not the character she was in Melee. Good recovery. All right. Combo game, not so impressive. Just slow all around. Yeah, I mean, I think this feels right. C plus. Maybe I put her lower in the C plus. C plus there. Yeah. In terms of competitive. Online, maybe put her up to B minus. The rollout, her side B rollout works good online. It's not gonna catch anybody with that competitively. And then like a D for hanging out with your friends, because it's hard to get a kill with her. The main kills you would get is sing into a smash or actual rest, and it's like figuring out how to do the rest on somebody is very hard when you're first learning. So something I'm still struggling. I struggle with still. So right, Ridley C plus. So Ridley has great range, great recovery, great edge guarding, but so big, so easy to target, and slow. Though not so slow in the air, but slow on the ground. So I think C plus is just about right. It feels like you could hit Ridley from like you can be on the ground or on the platform above and still hit him. So it's the size that really kills him. But and then in terms of like just chilling with your friends, like a B. Yeah, you're big, but your friends aren't good, right? You can just pirate rush them and then kill them. So that's super fun. Yeah, B. All right, Mii Gunner. Mii Gunner, hard to say. I like the specials. The aerials are whatever. Don't really like the smash attacks. Speed overall is decent. Recovery overall is decent. Nothing great. Um, yeah, C plus. I can't think of anything much to say. About it. It's just like not whatever. But online, like B plus, maybe A minus. Something about me Gunners online. I was like tearing up, and I'm not good with me Gunner, but like when I was online, I was like going on. It's like some weird win streak. Me Gunner and me Brawl. I don't know why. It's odd. Uh, I guess because they're all special. It's just most in general specials just work better online. So, um, with your friends, I still see who know like you're gonna spend most time just figuring. You're gonna spend most time figuring out your move set. Your friends are gonna spend most time figuring out what your move set is. So everyone's gonna be whiffing over and over again. Yeah, C plus makes sense. Robin. Robin is super slow. Robin has all these cool projectiles, all these cool magic things. The Levin sword, but everything has a usage meter, but it's not like with the usage meter, he's like as good as Hero, or they're as good as Hero. I mean, so I would probably put Robin lower, like C minus. Just the slowness, the character really drags the character down. It's really hard to get build up anything much of anything when everyone seems to be able to attack you. In terms of online, C minus again. Robin is so slow. Even the online, I mean, maybe their specials work a little bit better online, but too slow for it to really matter. Mewtwo, C plus. I would put Mewtwo right about here. Some really cool, some good combos, some really good can really cover almost the entire stage at any time. That part's pretty cool. But a couple different setups, kill confirms, though kind of hard to perfect. Light though, very tall and light, which is the bad combination. So dies where you think, and then really doesn't pack much of a punch. So yeah, C plus makes sense for competitive. Online, I mean, nothing gets really helped online. C plus still, I would say. And then in terms of, hanging out with your friends, D. Like, it's just hard to get the confirms down for Mewtwo. They're very specific, so not something for newbies. And the last character in C plus, Incineroar. Very slow, very heavy, very limited range on all their moves. I probably put Incineroar at C minus or D for competitive. I think there's just a couple of professional players that were like really optimizing everything out of Incineroar. They should just play every character. Because is it worth it? I don't think so. No. Online, works a little like a C plus B minus online. Works a little better online. The tornado thing, the stupid grab, that seems to work better online. It's hard to get out of the grab, was it side B or the up B? Yeah, it's side B or up B grab thing online. So higher online. Don't like a D for playing if you're new to Smash. Don't play. The recovery is so bad. You're gonna get if you get knocked off when you're learning. You're just gonna die. It's very hard to recover with Incineroar if you're just learning. Let's see how many we got left here. All right, Ike. I don't know much to say about Ike. Least exciting of all the sorties. I think he has a better weight, but everything else is worse. So C minus makes sense. If the last from competitive play, the last sort of you should play. For online, I'd probably pick him up before I'd pick Marth, but he's like super predictable. So still a C minus. Or I guess I don't know where I put Marth online, and then for just hanging out with your friends, still a C minus. And like really the last. I mean, pick him above Marth again, but other than that, no. All right, my quote unquote main from 2022, Banjo and Kazooie. Oh god. All right, let's start with the positive. Really good neutral. If we're playing competitively, you're gonna know how to space with eggs and grenades. Eggs and grenades. Nair. Turn around back air. So, but okay, whatever. Combos are good. If you learn the combos, they're fun and good. Edge guarding is really great. Recovery is good. Kind of heavy, but kind of low, but kind of light. Okay, but what's the downside? Why is it so low if I'm saying all these good things? Just all of their stuff is, oh my gosh, long cooldowns on pretty much everything. Like not egg or whatever. But There's very rare that you can throw out a smash attack as Banjo and not be punished for it. It's very rare that you could do just a recovery move as Banjo, like a down air or an up B, and not be covered when you land, not be punished when you land. So just the cooldowns are really killing you here. So for competitive, yeah, C minus, yeah. That makes sense. Online, way higher. Yeah. The side B Wonder Wing works online. You're never gonna hit that in a competitive, but works great online. So yeah, B plus, A minus online. Carried by online. Like a D minus if you're playing with your friends. It's like there's so much tech to learn for Banjo just to be mediocre. It's not worth it. Having my crisis of confidence and of characters when I was trying to figure out who was going to play Smash, and I for some reason chose Banjo. But it's just like, I mean, there's cool stuff you can do. There's a lot of cool stuff that Banjo can do. It's just so much work. If you're gonna put all that much work in, put in work on it. Even like I should have just chosen Rosalina. Like, did the same amount of work, got a better result. But anyway, who cares? Anyway, I'm still bitter. So yeah, D minus with hanging out with your friends. I mean, unless you're just spam Wonder Wing or whatever again, and down throw Barry. Then go have fun. Duck Hunt. Ugh. Good projectile. Good specials / projectiles. Bad everything else. I mean, okay recovery. Very good edge guarding, but unless you're constantly have your stuff out as Duck Hunt, like your cans, your cans to shoot, your what is it, Hogan's Alley guys, or wild gunmen. It's just there's not much you can do, right? So I would say, yeah, C minus makes sense. Online though, higher, B plus at least. And just all that stuff again. Projectiles just work better online. So B, and then for your new like C minus, it's just learning how to the correct way to hit all these different projectiles out is very hard. So it's hard to do. Okay, Simon / Richter. All right, again, really good projectiles. Really have a lot of stuff out. Really good edge guarding. They have awful recovery. They have bad aerials. They have they have like two decent smash attacks, so that's not bad. But really, yeah, I'd probably put them lower than C minus. They'd be in the D tier for competitive because once you get hit off stage, you're dead. So, or yeah, D minus. Yeah, definitely. No. Online, I'd put them higher. Again, projectiles work better online. B minus, I would say. So if you get hit off stage or even near the edge, you're dead. And then for friendlies, I don't know, because it's just like you're gonna die if you're learning how to play Smash Ultimate. If you get hit, you're just not gonna recover. But you're gonna have so much fun just like throwing out holy water, throwing out the cross. Like you're just gonna have fun with it. Like a B minus then. It's gonna be a lot of fun to play as, even if you die. Villager. Villager has an advantage over Isabelle in terms of they can use the Lloyd Rocket. Is that what? It's Lloyd Rocket to ride across the stage. Another recovery tool. Recovery is good. Projectiles, not great. Aerials, not great. Smash attacks take too long to set up and cool down. So this light character, C minus makes sense. Online, I put a villager up higher. Again, just all that stuff works better online. B minus. In terms of casual, I don't know, like a C plus. It's just it's fun to it's just fun to play as a villager. And you're not going to get punished as much for the cooldown of the smash attacks and his specials, so C plus. Donkey Kong C minus. Donkey Kong is really great aerials, really great tilts, really good combo game. It's just when you're playing against and as Donkey Kong, it's all about getting the correct spacing, right? You get too close to Donkey Kong. If you get too close to Donkey Kong, you're gonna be dead. But if you can stay out of his range, or make him or force him to jump into your range and then so you can punish him, there's not much you can do. And if he gets hit, he could really get hit. You can combo him really well because he's so heavy. C minus. Yes, I think it makes sense. And his recovery is okay, but not great. So C minus, C plus. Online, B plus, B minus, because it's harder to stay out of his range online because of the input lag. And then hanging out with your friends, B. It's just fun to play as Donkey Kong. And your friends are gonna have a lot of more trouble staying out of your range than someone who plays online all the time, or even or anyone competitively. Okay, Lucario C minus. I've tried to play as Lucario a few times. It's just like, oh man, I can't do it. It's not fun. Projectiles are good. Recovery is good, but that's pretty much it, right? What does he have? What else does he have? His combos are bad. Smash attacks aren't good. Even though he has projectiles, it's not great for edge guarding. He has to lose to get to level up. So yeah, C minus, bottom of C minus makes sense for competitive. Online, probably much. I mean, his projectiles don't get the same sort of boost that other characters do. So I would keep it right at C. We're pretty much this is exactly the same place. And same thing for when you're learning. Just like he's not as hard to pick up as other characters. That's not as hard. It's definitely not as hard as Robin or Corrin or Rosalina or Banjo. But like, but why? At least if you learn those characters, fun stuff happens and like whatever. It seems like pretty basic and it's like not, but it's It's not even that great. So, yeah, C minus. Little Baby Bowser. Really good speed for him. Really great projectiles. Really great edge guarding. Decent recovery. I mean, not incredible aerial attacks, but who cares? It's like he's gonna spam so much stuff on the stage. You're not gonna be able to move around anyway. So I would put him in C minus, but I put him way up higher, like at the top of C minus. Don't really be before Banjo, maybe even C plus. He is light, so he dies quickly. But if you play against the Bowser Jr. or play a Bowser Jr. or play as one that just constantly has stuff out on the stage, it's hard to play. And then the Bowser Jr. will put out something for you to react to, and then they'll punish you. So online, probably C plus / B minus, right on the cusp there. Like I said, all the projectiles work a little bit better online. Okay, let's look at this real quick. Is there any? And then for friendlies, right there, it just that stuff is fun, but it is hard to pick up. All right, can we power through D? If we D tier, if we go more quickly. But let's see. Is there anything? I think the things that I might say is, I might put Lucas and Wii Fit Trainer in the B tier, and I might put Baby Bowser or Bowser Jr., whatever we're calling them, the top of the C tier, and I'd probably put Robin and Simon Richter like way lower, and even Banjo, and if I was just anyway, Banjo is maybe probably lower too, but no big surprises. There's a lot of people that love Donkey Kong, which I'm surprised that he's not higher on the list. But he's not good, so it makes sense. Just saying that there's so many people that just love playing as Donkey Kong that he'd get a power just from that. But anyway, all right, let's power through the end here, and then maybe we'll go through. And then maybe we'll talk about a couple other things. Starting off the D plus tier, Isabelle, semi-clone of Villager. She has the fishing rod instead of the Lloyd Rocket. The fishing rod can do a lot of cool stuff though too. Cool stuff in a different way. So I don't think her recovery is as good because it doesn't have the Lloyd Rocket, and her projectile game isn't as good. But her like boxing to mid range game is better because of the fishing rod. Fishing rod really enhances that. It's so it really depends. Okay, I guess it depends on your play style whether or not you think that. Whether or not you think that Villager Isabelle is better. But she is super light. She dies very early. So, and she doesn't have any really great combos or kill confirms. So, I would probably put. I just don't know. I think I probably would swap Villager and Isabelle because the Lloyd Rocket is so predictable, but the fishing rod isn't as nearly as predictable. The fishing rod adds another range to Isabelle that Villager doesn't have. I guess you could say the same about the Lloyd Rocket gives Villager the chance to take over the whole stage, but I would swap it. I think, and we've seen more Isabelles be successful, I believe, in Villagers. So I think Isabelle should be in C. Villager should be in D+. Online, I also put higher, like B. The fishing rod is so annoying to fight against online. I know it's harder to be accurate, but it's just like, it seems like the window is much higher that you're getting hit online with the stupid fishing rod. And I'd probably put C in terms of hanging out with your friends. It is hard to. the fishing rod and all the nuances of it are kind of hard to figure out. So, and you are again going to die early. All right, D plus King K. Rool. When this game first came out, I believe King K. Rool was the terror of the online quick play scene. It's got tough guy armor, I believe. Got huge weight. Got amazing projectiles, really good recovery, good smash attacks, good tilt attacks. So great stuff. But very slow, very heavy, very easy to combo. It makes sense why for competitive play it's a D plus. I would keep them there, but for online play, like B plus, if not A. Right on the cusp there, because like I said, he was a terror of the original online scene. He can still live forever, recover from almost anywhere, and then just hit you once and you're dead. So it's hard to play against him online. And probably like a B for goofing with your friends. Again, great recovery, great projectiles, and you hit your friend once and you might kill him. So makes sense. All right, Zelda. For competitive, D plus makes sense. She has all of her specials are kind of hard to time. Her arrows are whatever. Her recovery is good but predictable. So I would say she doesn't really have combos per se. I would say D plus for competitive makes sense. For online, like A. The stupid, like, people are supposed to just spam the counter, which doesn't work doesn't work when you're playing somebody competitively. It doesn't work when you're playing somebody in the same room as you. But online, it's like they'll just like stop everything. Their stupid counter, and they'll recover right in front of you, and then you still want to be able to hit them. It's so annoying. It's just like on Wi-Fi, Zelda is just a terror. And playing with your friends, I wouldn't put it all the way up in A, but like B minus, C plus. Like I said, she's good with projectiles. You're able to time those specials well enough to punish your friend. So, yeah, that's where I put her. All right, next, Kirby. All right, Kirby is slow everywhere. He's got okay combos that you can that if you practice enough, you can get some good Kirby combos. He's got really good edge guarding because he has the extra jumps. He's got really good recovery because of the extra jumps. And he's very tiny, so he can be hard to hit. But he doesn't live as long because he's so tiny and light. So, in terms of competitive play, would I put him? I guess it makes sense that he is below tier and a half, tier 2 tiers, technically, I guess, below Jigglypuff, because Jigglypuff has like an instant kill and Kirby just doesn't have that. You're never gonna hit. I don't think I've ever seen anybody hit a rock in competitive play, so it's not gonna happen. Online though, like a B minus, you can really exploit the fact that you can go anywhere off the stage when you're playing online, and you can actually hit the rock, the down B rock when you're playing online. You're not gonna do that. You're not gonna do that in competitive play. So, some easier ways to get kills online. For chilling with your friends, like a B, he's okay. You could actually be able to hit the rocks. Your friends aren't going to know to avoid it or whatever. And you'll probably maybe you just throw them off the stage and then you just hang out there to scare them and then they die. So if you don't, even if you're not actually edge guarding, it's going to be just chilling. It works. Excuse me. Piranha Plants. Piranha Plant has such amazing range. Can cover like the entire stage. Has a really good like long range recovery, but it's slow. Really heavy, so it can live pretty long, but very tall. But a huge hurt box on Piranha Plants, and like I said, so pretty easy to combo. Oh, I guess just the speed of just making Piranha be so low on this list for competitive, and can't say that I disagree with it. I can't see how I would put it any higher. To be honest with you, but online, like a B minus. Just great range, just great recovery, just able to edge guard so well, and much harder to react to a character because the character being all over the screen. It's much harder to react online. So definitely like a B, solid B for online, and like casual friendlies with friends, like a C. Like I said, you can cover the whole stage, but probably it's kind of hard to get used to the angles of the recovery, like when to throw your Patui, stuff like that. So not something I would start with. Mii Sword Fighter, definitely the worst of the Miis. Just nothing very inspiring. Short range on the attacks. Aerial's not impressive. I think. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, lights. Yeah, I mean they're all light, but it's the most uninspiring and probably the worst. Definitely the worst of all the Miis. So D plus makes sense. Online, maybe like a C. Miis do a little better online because you never really know what the other person's trying to do. But definitely play Mii Gunner or Mii Brawler first. Online. For casual fun, I mean, still D plus, maybe higher on the D plus, but no, not a good character. Still not a good character. Okay, D plus Dr. Mario. All right, Dr. Mario's recovery is atrocious, but his combo game is great. His projectiles are kind of whatever. Edge guarding is pretty good. Smash attacks are okay. Some of them are nice and fast. Some of them aren't. I would think that he'd be higher though, because in competitive play, people are really gonna know how to recover with Dr. Mario and kind of mitigate his issues with recovery. They're really gonna know how to punish you. If you play anybody that plays Dr. Mario, you leave an opening for them, they punish you. They punish you hard. So I would put Dr. Mario like a C plus. I know the recovery is bad and predictable, but anyone that's competitively playing Dr. Mario is going to be higher than a D plus. Is what I'm saying. Then online, again, it's higher than a C plus. If there's someone who's online playing as Dr. Mario, they're going to know how to use Dr. Mario. And then for goofing off with your friends, definitely in the D. I mean, the recovery is just so bad. You probably could get a couple of like the combo strings together just by accident, but you're gonna die. Keep dying over and over again. Don't play Dr. Mario. All right, King Day to Day. Oh man, this character is so much fun. I know it seems like they wouldn't be. They're huge. So they have a huge hurt box, but they live a long time. They have really cool projectiles, really good recovery. The edge guarding isn't as good as you'd want it to be for having the Gordo. The Gordo is very versatile though. So, and they have their smash attacks are kind of slow, but their tilt attacks are so cool. So, all in all, and then the same thing like we talked about some other characters. The difference between King K. Rool and King Day to Day are very similar. It kind of just depends on your play style, how you want to play. So, I prefer King Day to Day, but it just depends on how you feel. and what you like, and maybe even just which series you like better. So I would put I think I might put King Dedede in a C minus tier, right above Baby Bowser. It's just hard to. I know to be a good competitive player with King Dedede, I think I'd be predictable, and then it kind of makes you not a good player because you're predictable. But you get some good kills with him just by swinging that hammer. I guess you can't swing the jet hammer. That you would die in competitive. That's not a good move competitively. Online, way higher again. Like not. I think King K. Rool's better online, but King Dedede is right there. Like maybe King K. I think I said King K. Rool's an A. I would probably put King Dedede a B plus. The Gordo. It's easy for competitive players to react to you playing offline, but Gordo is a terror on the online quick play. And then you can even get the jet hammer. That's almost really hard to set up, but you can get some big hits with King Dedede online. So much higher. For funsies, maybe like a C minus. I wouldn't put him as high as I would put him online because there's a lot of. He lives a long time, so that's nice, but learning how to control the Gordo is most of the King Dedede play, so it's not something that comes easily. So that's right. Yeah, it can't be more than a C, I would say. Now we're the worst of the worst. Little Mac is the second to worst character in the game. Bad range, bad aerials, okay specials, really bad recovery. Yeah, I don't see why you wouldn't put him here in terms of competitive play. Just bad. Just the weaknesses way outweigh the strengths. And then online, way higher online. Because people are farming. When you're Little Macs are always gonna be saying they only want to play Omega stages, so you're gonna run or Omega or small battlefield stages. So they mean that they could win there is why they do that. So, and you actually hit the smash stacks online and stuff like that. So higher online, B minus, I think. I don't remember what I just said it for, like B minus probably. And then playing with your friends, I wouldn't say he was the worst person to play if you're just hanging out with your friends playing casually, but like a D plus, not a D minus. This recovery is just atrocious. All right, Ganondorf, worst character in the game, according to this official tier list. He's slow. He has much too big of a hurt box. It's way too big. His recovery is terrible. He can't even move without using specials. So many issues with it. So in terms of competitive play, yeah, I don't know who. Maybe Robin is worse, but I mean the debate of worst competitive player, like Robin, Ganondorf, Little Mac, Lucario, right? Maybe that's pretty much it. Kirby, Zelda potentially, Banjo, but there's me Sword Fighter, but it always comes down to Ganondorf and Little Mac. But yeah, I can't see any reason why I'd move out of D minus based on all his issues in terms of competitive play. Online, higher. Yes, he's still slow, but the input lag makes it not as big of an issue, and you can hit some of his long wind up moves online that you usually can't hit if you're playing competitively. So C minus probably I would say. He's still very predictable, but you can't really. But I guess the other problem is online. You've been playing like small. You can't really hide from a small battlefield. So maybe even a C plus if you're playing on a smaller stage online. Now I'm gonna say something controversial. If you're just goofing off with your friends, Gandalf is like one of the best characters to play as. Like I would put him like a B plus. Yes, the recovery is terrible, but and he doesn't really have combos, and he's slow. But I mean, you're playing. You can get a kill with like a tilt attack, a smash attack, a special. There's so many different ways to get kills with Gandalf, just because he's so heavy and strong. That maybe you're playing somebody who's way faster than you. Maybe they're playing Green Ninja or Pichu or Pikachu, and they're just running circles around you. But then you just do one wizard punch and they're dead, or they're one wizard punch then a smash attack and then they're dead. So, or maybe they land on top of the platform over your head, and you just do an up tilt and they're dead. So you can get kills so easy with Gandalf that I think it's something that if you're learning, and it's not great to learn. Maybe it's a good way to learn how to recover because he's so bad at it. But you're getting kills quickly because it just has strength. So that is where I put him in terms of friendly fun. So let's see. Any surprises here? I mean, I guess the only big surprise in the D is I might put Isabelle above that in terms of competitive. The rest makes sense. Maybe you put Dr. Mario, King Dedede, and King K. Rool above in C. I mean, if you have Donkey Kong, why don't you just have Diddy Kong, or why don't you just have King K. Rool and King Dedede there too? You might as well, right? And I mean, I think I'd rather play Lucario than Dr. Mario in a match competitively. So those really only surprises. Okay, so now let's talk something different. Let's just talk about So I've gone over all of them. We've talked about the surprises and things I think that are way too high or way too low. But now let's talk about something a little bit odd, or not that a little bit odd, but something related is, what are the worst characters to play as if you're first learning to play Smash? And I think there are a couple. We've talked about it, but let's just go over them just from top to bottom. All right, unless you're only going to play as Steve, don't play as Steve. He's banned he's banned in a lot of places. He plays totally differently from everybody else. Don't play as Steve. You're not going to play him competitively in most cases. You can play him with your friends, but if you're going to play as Steve, only play as Steve. It's a different It's like a bunch of Rube Goldberg traps. It's not really playing Smash. Okay. Don't play as Kazuya unless you're only going to play as Kazuya. So many different systems to learn and stuff. And you're basically learning how to play as Kazuya, not play Smash. But if you learn how to play as Kazuya, you might pretty much be unstoppable. But anyway. Min Min. Again, if you're going to learn how to play as Min Min, just play as Min Min. Don't play as anybody else. Her two arms are a lot of cool things that she can do with them. A lot of advantages to that, but again, you're not really learning Smash. You're learning how to play as Min Min. Let's see. Anybody else? I think Captain Olimar is easy enough, is not too far away from other Smash. And I think the other Shotos, even though Terry has separate inputs and stuff, I think the other Shotos are more Smash-like. I think Kazuya is the one that's the least Smash-like. Let's see. I guess Corrin is alright. Hero is odd, but not entirely crazy. Okay, Rosalina Luna. If you're going to learn to play Rosalina Luna, and to some extent Captain Olimar, the puppet characters. If you're going to play the puppet characters, just learn the puppet characters. Don't play anything else. It's a different way to play Smash than the other archetypes, so it doesn't really translate. And I think that's... Oh, also Ice Climbers. So Ice Climbers aren't really I mean, sort of puppet. So you talk about puppet characters of one person is the main. One person is sort of controlling, but not always. But there's a CPU element to it. I guess Olimar, Ice Climbers, and Rosalina are all sort of puppet characters, but they're all play differently enough that they don't really translate between the skills don't really translate between the characters. If you're not really playing Olimar and Rosalina. I mean, Dabuz is, but we're not playing Olimar, or Olimar, Rosalina, and Ice Climbers, right? It's just too weird. So if you're going to play as any of them, just play as only that character. And maybe you're a huge Ice Climbers fan, a huge fan of Pikmin, or just a fan of Rosalina. And then I think that's it. Oh, to some extent, Banjo is, but don't play as Banjo. It's terrible. There's so much tech in terms of the make Banjo just okay. So I think that's the last. And also to some extent, Piranha Plant is just very odd. But anyway, okay, that's it, dude. That's my opinion of how I think this tier list shaked out. I think for the most case it makes sense. There's a few things that I think are a little iffy, and and then also my opinions of the worst characters to play, or worst players to play as a new person. And we've ranked all of them in terms of competitive play, online play, and just friendly play. Okay. Oh, I guess one more thing we can talk about real quickly is how to be the most toxic person online. Okay, so it's just the characters that are just like carried by online. You don't, if you just want to go online and just be annoying, you play as these characters. Actually, no one in the S tier. Oh, Gamester Game and Watch is super annoying online. I mean, not much fun in real life either, but like super annoying online. Let's see. Young Link is not super annoying, but definitely carried by online. Same thing with Sonic. Ness and Lucas for sure. Super annoying to play against online. A Jigglypuff, super annoying to play against online. I mean, I don't think Jigglypuff is carried by online, but it's so annoying to play against. Just so irritating. So I guess this is more just characters that I play as, or that I think is toxic, or characters I hate playing against. Characters, but anyway. So that's my thought of all the different rank of all this tier list. I think that's probably it for in terms of Smash Brothers tier list that I'm going to cover, unless there's some big shakeup in when the next one comes out, or because Ultimate is pretty much dying, so not too much more coverage of Smash Ultimate. But this came out I wanted to finish it before Smash died anymore. I wanted to cover this tier list. So that's it. Probably won't be. I'm going to take probably a couple of weeks off a week or two off from streaming, but be back with some other different games later in a week or two. So until next time, take it easy, everybody.